All right, I'm inside of a lava tube. Not allowed to tell you where it is or the name, but anyway, it's a really cool cave in the middle of nowhere with a really cool name. Anyway, so look at all this. So I just stopped the video to switch lights in my camera. I'm only shooting at 30% right now. The cave is huge, but I'm next to the formations, so I'm not really getting any closer or doing any far away shots. Nice little formation there. I like the color there. Wow, it's like it was a dripstone and then they got mineral formation on top of it. There's some that are broken, like over there is completely broken off. That could be natural though. You see how the walls fell off. So it's not necessarily all the damage was caused by naughty humans. So this is a pile of rock I got to climb up now. Even this rock, look at this breakdown rock. See how it's got like a couple layers. Wow. Boy, it's an interesting little cave. I didn't discover it. It's been discovered a while, but anyway. This is the white stuff is mineral deposit on the wall. It's kind of a formation. Oops. See if I can get closer as long as I'm here. I want to be careful though so I don't touch the wall. But I like how glossy from being wet it is. Wow. There's another side view of this wall with so many formations. Let's get an idea with the shadows, how much texture there is. What's funny, there would be some more on the wall here, but the wall fell down. There's breakdown, so you can't see it. Bummer. Oh well. Yeah, you can't really see. So like up here, the wall is nice and smooth. And then down there on the wall, it's dripstone. Wow. I'm going to try to stay down here, but I don't think there's any big formations like there was early in the video. Notice the gray rock and then the brown rock. Fascinating. What's really cool, man, look at this, how the wall almost looked like it peeled off when it was still molten, glassy, flexible. It's really cool. You know what's funny? I thought this cave had a side passage I was going to explore. I didn't see it. Wonder if I missed it somehow. Oh well. Oh, this is neat. Let me get that back down behind here. Yeah. Wow. Interesting little cave. Man, I wish it didn't break down though, because if this breakdown wasn't here, I bet there's a lot of cool formations down there. And at the bottom of the rocks that are now breakdown. Wow. Wow. Look how the layers there are about to peel off. Please don't touch those, leave those where they are. But yeah, you could probably peel those right off. But like I said, it won't grow back or heal, so please don't do that. Look at the weird colors in this rock. And then the ceiling. Well, very low ceiling. Much higher ceiling. Wow. Alright, here we go. breakdown rocks are huge around here. I've seen bigger, but still, it's enough to make this cave a little bit of work. You know what? I think I'm going to go around this rock to the left, just so I can show you how big the cave is, since I'm almost to the top of the breakdown pile. Holy cow. Okay, just a second. Here's 100% brightness. Wow. Remember, this is across the cave. I'm just going to leave it 100% brightness for a minute so I can show you how big the cave is. There's that. And then that's down where I was. That's the way I came up. So, wow. Nice big cave, huh? Let me turn it back down to a reasonable. All right, here's 30%. I have 3 big lights with me, but one of them is kind of broken, so it'll work, but I have to be careful not to let it overheat. So, instead of trying to do my video 100%, trying to be a little more reasonable, like 30% of the big areas, 20% in the small areas. Extend the battery life a bit. Nice, pretty ceiling. And then here's the floor I get to climb down. Wow. It's like every rock in this whole cave is unique. Like, look at the one I was just standing on. I mean, look how rough it is. So many, a couple different yellowish, brownish, purplish, pinkish colors. Crazy. Lots of texture. So, not slippery at all. But look how steep it is here. This is like a 60-degree angle, and it's all loose rock. So even though I could get down here, I'm gonna have to be super careful. It'd probably be easier if I go to the left, but oops. This isn't so bad. Most of these rocks aren't that loose. Notice I'm still nowhere near the bottom of the cave. I mean, I can look in there. There's a huge gap down there. But yeah. But this is as far as I can go down. This is on the bottom of this rock, breakdown rock. Whoa. I just stepped on one loose rock. Most of the rocks in this cave have lots of traction, but occasionally I step on the exception. Like I said, I think the rock itself has good texture, but it's got cave slime growing on it. Cave slime is slippery. So even right here, wow. See, if I were feeling brave, I could climb down there, but it's no point. Look at that, there's a couple small formations right there. Really small dripstone formations. And then up here, it's just more brown. I mean, that's sand. I think that's sand. I'm not gonna touch it to prove it. Try to leave it natural. See if I can get up here. The leaf head on my right. Oops. man. Wow. So this is the way I've been hiking up so far. Not too hard, a little bit of work. That's funny. I'm stepping on a rock that's teeter-tottering. Whoa. Okay. Two teeter. Darn it. Yeah, this part of the cave's a little slippery. I have to be careful. Look over here, though, how rough the cave is. No sign of formations, no smoothness, just breakdown rock everywhere. Ironically, this is like the parts with the most slippery rocks, because when they break, I think they kind of cleave straight instead of when they're kind of stretching out, kind of gooey, while they're still soft. Oh, this looks like fun. Look at this. Look at this big rock right here. It's like barely wedged in there. I dare you to go under it. I'm gonna go around to the back side, see if that rock looks as much fun from this side or not. Oh yeah. Wow. Go ahead. Go under that rock. We're gonna stand on top of it. I dare you. Anyway. Alright. Actually, what I need to do is look at my older video. Back when I had GoPros to shoot video. Pretty sure I've been through this cave to shoot video with my GoPro. Long story short, I don't know if I went under there or not. Probably did. As long as you don't touch it, should be okay. Or as long as nobody else touches it. Or as long as there's no earthquake. You know, I wonder how far the nearest active volcano is. Wow. I'm standing on a rock here. I gotta make sure it's not too slippery. Ugh. All right. Wow. This part is interesting. It's like, look at this rock here. I was falling apart. Lots of tiny colorful pieces. And then up here, it's smooth. And up there, there's more pieces, but they're not colorful. Fascinating. Man, it's a lot. Complexity, this cave. Well, I mean, chemicals complexity. Obviously, it's just a lava too, so physically, it's not that interesting. Interesting, notice that rock, I could go under it, but I was leaning against the wall, kind of sketchy. I think I'll go over it. Make sure I don't get myself squished to death. I'm hungry, in case you're wondering. Notice how up here, the rock is red and down below it's gray. Look how huge the cave is. Such a nice little cave. All right. Oops. Some loose rocks here. So look at that. Sort of seems colder here than back there in the cave. At the entrance is the warmest. It's nice and warm outside. I think it's going to be like 80 degrees Fahrenheit today. Somewhere in there. Damn, the size of these boulders. Wow. Crazy ceiling. Only about 25 feet up. Plenty of room. And no, I'm not going to switch to meters. You can't make me. Actually, when you're doing science, meters make a lot more sense. I'm not doing any science today. I'm just wandering around like a bum. Wow, see, there's another place down there where a rock is wedged against the wall. I'm going to go a little bit to the left anyway. Look how wide the cave is here. Wow. Yeah, this part of the cave is slippery. The rocks are really wet. Oh, this is cool. Hang on a second. Huh, there's almost there's a nice hole up there, nice ledge. What's weird, there's no sign of wildlife. Sometimes if you're in a cave like this and there's a ledge like this near the entrance, there could be like pigeons or something. We're too far in for stuff like that. Bats can fly in complete darkness, but birds don't do that. Actually, I take that back. So at night, when you have birds migrating at night, they're following the moon. But if it's really dark, can they still literally fly without seeing? Or do they wait until they get to see? The thing is, it's almost always light outdoors. Even when there's no moon, there's still starlight. So, yeah. Jeez, look at the size of this boulder. This one's probably 15 feet tall. Another 25 feet to the ceiling. All right, there's the way out. Let's see if I can. This rock looks a little smooth, so I'm going to walk around it. I was going to stay to the right anyway. So it's another excuse. I'm going to go towards the middle again. I see something else on the ceiling I want to look at. Yeah, just sort of another ledge. Nothing really. All right. Here's another spot where you can see the wall. It's like breakdown up here and smooth and glossy down below. But not really any sign of formations down there. Not sure why not. I have a hypothesis, but I don't really have a way to test it. So here's my hypothesis. What if the lava flowed and it's two different types of rock? One rock, just a little bit of this with a low melting point, and most rock with a higher melting point. So the cave solidifies out of the rock with the higher melting point, and then the stuff with the lower melting point continues to drip down and make formations. That's my first guess. Feel free to confirm or deny in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Oh, hold on. There's some gaps in the rocks. I have to be careful here. See some of these rocks? Look how smooth this is. I can't tell by looking at how slippery it is. Really don't want to fall, so I have to be careful. Try to do my 3 points of contact or something. Have a plan in case it is slippery. Oh boy. And by 3 points of contact, that's 3 different rocks, not 2 feet in one hand on the same rock. Because then if that one rock moves, you're next. Okay, well, I need to pause the video and start again because I'm almost out of time. So, all right, there we are. There's the mystery cave.